Guys, I did it. I did it. I won. I mean, I didn't really win because I didn't get everything right, but I feel like I won. I feel like I'm gonna dance in the faces of giants. Uh, I'm just gonna. We're just gonna consider it a win. I'm not gonna consider it a win. Um, yeah, yeah. My BAFTA nominations and shit were off the charts, off the hizzy, yo. So I this is my talking Oscars segments, and I guess I'll talk briefly about DGA. We'll get that in there too. DGA, real quick. I lost that one. I'm sorry. I voted for Spielberg. Uh, I I just didn't know that they were gonna award the twofer, the Daniels, um, as being a little too new. I thought there might even be a chance that they would give it to Todd Field for his directorial achievement. I was like, this is the director's branch. This is like all of them. This is the totality of the director's branch. This is the nominating committee. This is everybody. And it's all of the people, and what do they appreciate the most about directing. And yeah, they picked the Daniels, and I lost that one. And it's a good sign for the Daniels moving into the Oscars to have the DGA win. Jane Campion had it going in last year. It doesn't always lead to a win. It's not a 100% ratio. So there's that. And the fact that they did not win the BAFTAs is maybe a little disconcerting for them. But then again, the person who did win the BAFTAs is not eligible at the Oscars. So, but we also don't know where the Daniels ranked at the BAFTAs. That's the problem is, now I'm going to talk about the BAFTAs. So at the BAFTAs, Everything Everywhere All at Once only got one award. One. The front runner at the Academy Awards, nominated for 11 Oscars, won one BAFTA. We keep talking about how weird it is and how all these old voters. And what I did when I did my BAFTA, I just didn't make a big video about it because I didn't know how it was going to pan out, is I said fuck Everything Everywhere, and I didn't vote for it anywhere. I didn't pick Everything Everywhere in any category to win. Not a single goddamn category. I picked shit that was not Everything Everywhere, and I said, what if they blow this film off? And oh my god, I won so many categories. So I actually correctly predicted All Quiet on the Western Front for Best Picture. I predicted that they would do that. And yeah, I win. I did lose director though, because I didn't think that they were going to give it to, I really thought Martin McDonagh, it's home court advantage. I did kind of buy into that narrative a little bit. I didn't buy into the Daniels, but I did vote for Martin McDonagh. They gave it to Edward Berger. I'm so happy for Edward Berger. But I did think a lot about home court advantage. I didn't get actor. The thing is that I keep my own personal feelings about Austin Butler's performance in Elvis keep clouding my judgment and my ability to actually pick him to win anything. I did the same thing at the Golden Globes. I still picked Brendan Fraser because I convinced myself that the Golden Globes were going to give it to him anyway. Just as like, look at us. We don't care that you don't show up. We're going to give it to you anyway. We're the good guys. And no, they gave it to Butler. And the BAFTAs gave it to Butler. And I'm like, there are people who have been doing Elvis impersonations for years. Like, it's their career. I saw Elvis. I did not think it was that amazing, and I didn't think his performance was like, oh my god, Jesus, he's a revelation. I didn't feel that. Granted, I'm a blind film critic, so who knows? Maybe he was helped out by a ton of makeup, which also won. Because usually that goes hand in hand. So, like, I predicted Brendan Fraser and I predicted The Whale. So the fact that it was Austin Butler and then also Elvis, yeah. I mean, if I could have changed my prediction, if I had known it was going to be Austin Butler, I obviously would have flipped to Elvis. I wouldn't have tried to mix that category. those two generally align when you have when you have the performance that is there because of makeup. Yeah, it usually aligns. It's kind of hilarious though, because Tom Hanks's makeup has gotten so maligned in the industry, but the BAFTAs shortlisted Tom Hanks. They just didn't nominate him. So the BAFTAs have no problem with Tom Hanks' performance in Elvis. So I did miss out on Butler. I got Blanchett because my argument there was that, you know, the biggest reason anybody's talking about her not winning the Oscar is that she's already won 2 of them. Well, that's not a conversation of the BAFTAs. That nobody cares at the BAFTAs. Nobody is sitting there being like, how many Oscars has she won? It's like, these are not the Oscars. That's not, who cares? So, of course she was going to win. And then for supporting actor, I did not pick Ke Kwan because I didn't pick Everything Everywhere. I did the mind-boggling thing. I was like, this guy's been sweeping everywhere. But I picked Brendan Gleeson. I thought they'd give it to the legend and not Barry Keoghan. And they gave it to Barry Keoghan. And I just picked the wrong Banshee boy. I mean, come on now. Give it to me. Give me the points. Like, I foresaw that Kay was not going to win. There's just 2 Banshee boys. And how was I supposed to know that they picked Barry Keoghan? It's hard enough being the guy to tilt at a windmill and say Ke Kwan is not going to win this award. But I really thought Brendan Gleeson, with his storied career, would be the one to sneak in. And nope. Barry got it. And I did correctly predict Carrie Condon. So I got 2 solid acting wins. And really like a 0.5. Because just predicting that Kay's not going to win is in and of itself a win. Like, that's like a separate award at this point. If you dare to pick somebody who's not Kay, you should automatically get points. Like, the odds for everybody who's not Kay should have been really high, to where if anybody to where just not predicting Kay, just having him not in the number 1 spot just means you win. Not K should have been an option. I got both screenplays. I predicted both Banshees and All Quiet, so I got that correctly. I got cinematography, which went to All Quiet. I did lose editing. I picked Top Gun Maverick because, like I said, I didn't pick everything everywhere all at once and anything, so I picked Top Gun Maverick there. I did pick. For production design, I picked Babylon. For costume design, I thought they were gonna go. Like I said, a lot of times I just ask myself, what's the disruptor here? I was having fun with the BAFTAs. I didn't really think I was gonna win that many categories, and I didn't have Elvis. I had Babylon, and then I had Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris as my number 2. And I think Elvis was my number 3. So I lost that in the ranking. I thought Mrs. Harris might surprise. For best animated feature, obviously I had Pinocchio, because there's no reason not to bet against that at this point. There isn't really a solid reason. I can't really see anything else winning. There's for best documentary, this was a huge win for me. I picked Navalny, and it won. So it was very much not projected to win. So that should be a huge boost to my score. And of course, I picked All Quiet for film not in the English language. Visual effects, obviously, I went with Avatar. Sound ended up being All Quiet. I can't remember what I picked. I'm not going to say that I got that one right. Score, All Quiet. I think I did go with Babylon. I think I did. I think I was just like, God, these kids have been winning everything. I don't know. So I think I'm with Babylon. But yeah, British film, I got Banshees, and then I got screwed. We got kind of screwed in the breakthrough performer. The general rule of thumb with these categories is when you have a category like that and somebody manages to get an actual nomination, they win the category. It's what people are doing with All Quiet. Like, it, of course it's the best non-English language feature, otherwise it wouldn't be in the best picture race. So if Emma Mackey's performance was so strong, why wasn't it nominated? Daryl McCormick was nominated. That should have been a no-brainer. I don't understand that award. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, of course, I looked at that category and I was like, well, only one of these people was actually nominated in an acting category. So Daryl McCormick, shocker, didn't win. Because, I don't know, the BAFTAs are weird, as clearly proven. I should have figured, next year I'm going to just not do that. I'm going to be like, well, this person was nominated, so they won't win. I'm just going to keep predicting weird shit to happen at the BAFTAs. And casting, I didn't pick Elvis. So, sorry, sports fans. I thought it was going to be an All Quiet sweep, so I picked All Quiet again. What casting in Elvis? Like, I don't remember anybody in that film other than Austin Butler and Tom Hanks. I don't know who else is in that film. I literally do not remember anybody else being in that film. I don't know who the female lead is of that film. I know nothing. So what casting? Because most people have lampooned Tom Hanks' casting. So what casting? Because you found Austin Butler? Like, is it? I mean, like, that's like the same. You could have done it with Aftersun. Ooh, you found Frankie Corio. I didn't understand best casting for Elvis. Like, just there are thousands of Elvis impersonators walking around America. It's such a British thing to not know that, to not come over here and be like, oh, have you ever been to Vegas? You could walk into one at any given time, just standing there, and you'll probably do a solid Elvis impersonation. I mean, there's obviously, like, there's a sliding scale in terms of Elvis impersonators. But some of them are really good, and that's why they have their own shows, places, and they get paid, and they make money, and they make a living. So this is not a hard impersonation to pull off. So the fact that Austin Butler was able to pull it off, and now he's acting like he can't lose the accent, is just like, come on, Brando, calm down. How does this affect the Oscars? I think it definitely positions Butler in a much better light. He's still young. He is still, like, younger than they typically like to award Best Actor trophies at the Oscars. So he's got that going against him. It's really the one thing. It's, will they give it to somebody his age is now the only question. Yeah, I think Cate Blanchett. I see Kate at the Oscars. We don't change the conversation about her. Her third Oscar is still the main reason why she might not win at the Oscars. So that doesn't change anything. She was just always going to win the BAFTA. I'm not really that surprised that Angela Bassett didn't win here. I didn't think the British people would give it to a Marvel film. So, I think it does answer the question of Kerry Condon is very much the one person who could upset this race. So at the Oscars, I think you do have to ask yourself a serious question. Is Angela really going to run away with it, or is it Kerry? And I think the SAG Awards will be a huge indicator of that. If Angela doesn't win SAG, she's not winning the Oscar. The nomination was the prize. It means people don't want to give an Oscar to a Marvel film. And then Kay's still winning. I'm sorry. Barry Keoghan, first of all, had home court advantage. Second of all, they clearly didn't like Everything Everywhere that much at the BAFTAs. So, yeah. That was just that's a glitch for Kay. He'll be fine. Barry Keoghan is not winning the Oscar for supporting actor. No. I don't think that changed at all. Director, I don't know. I guess the Daniels are the front runner. So, picture, I think All Quiet has to be seriously considered now. Like I said before, originally, if you go back to my last Talking Oscars segment, I call it out because I said it is the nomination, it's the nominee with the most coverage. Meaning because it has 9 nominations, one of those being Best Picture, you take that one away. 8 of its nominations are from totally different voting bodies. They're not from the same voting body. They vote for completely different things. So it's 8 different voting bodies that are having to vote for this thing. And I think because that's what happened at BAFTAs, it got so many nominations and it was so spread out. It got so much support because everybody was still watching it. You know, when you have a film that doesn't have necessarily as widespread support, yes, Coda pulled it off. But if in other, you know, in other ways, it's a benefit because it means everybody's watching you. So I think All Quiet could win. I might just predict it. I might go All Quiet and the Daniels for picture and director. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That SAG is kind of the last big one, and then we're on to the big show. But anyway, thanks for hearing this and being here and listening to my Oscar predictions. But man, I feel like a winner. I didn't even get everything, but I feel like because I predicted Everything Everywhere to be shut out, and they only got one award, so I was pretty damn close. To a film that everybody won't stop talking about. And I got a lot of awards correct that people were not predicting, that were not predicted to win. And like I said, I know I picked the wrong Banshee Boy, but come on now. I predicted that Kay wouldn't win. That is, in and of itself, an achievement. He's won so many awards. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I will do another one of these probably after SAG, and then maybe like final predictions or something. I don't know. But with both BAFTAs and DGAs, I felt like it was time. Anyway, I have a website, macmoveguy.com, and until then, I will catch you guys on the other side.